It's devastating to have to come on here and share that whenever I was 19 years old, Gucci third leg burned me with HSV2. And he told me that he was going to send me his test results, and he never did. And it saddens me to hear that he's done this to so many girls. And there's girls with so many similar stories to me, and they're so young as well. He is preying on the young, he is preying on the new. And I'm so sorry for not saying this 7 months ago. I was scared, and I was making so much money. I can't keep beating around the bush because you guys think I'm lying. And he can't ruin anybody else's life. I didn't know what he was known for. I didn't know who he was. I didn't do my research, and it is my fault.
She crowned herself the raw dog queen with full confidence, laughing about never using protection, bragging about living wild, unfiltered, and completely unapologetic. But now, the same image that made Sexy Red a viral force might be the exact thing tearing down her reputation, her health, and maybe even her whole career. What started as shock value marketing has twisted into something way darker, way messier, and this time, it's not just memes or gossip pages. There are insiders whispering, medical rumors hitting the streets, and even her own baby daddy leaking calls that make it sound like Sexy Red is dealing with a real health crisis. And what sends this whole situation into chaos? She's allegedly blaming Boosie, saying he's the reason everything in her life is collapsing. Then out of nowhere, Gucci Third Leg's name gets thrown into the mix, which nobody saw coming, and once he slides into the storyline, things get even nastier. Sexy Red has always lived by her own rules, and her persona came from saying wild stuff like it was no big deal, just pure shock factor every time she opened her mouth. Like that interview with Lil Yachty where she casually said she doesn't use condoms, just flat out admitted it with zero hesitation. She even said she was seeing multiple men while saying it. That clip went crazy online because of how bold it was, but folks laughed it off like she was just chasing clicks. Now, that moment is being replayed with a whole different tone, especially after she went on Angela Yee's Lip Service podcast and openly admitted she caught chlamydia twice. She said it like she was talking about running errands, and everybody listening froze like, what? Fans couldn't believe it. How do you brag about never using protection and then casually confess you caught the clap 2 times? And instead of chilling out or fixing her image, she turned around and made a move that left the whole internet confused. She launched a lip gloss line named after real STIs. Gonorrhea gloss, chlamydia shimmer, herpes haze, the whole lineup. What she thought was smart promotion instantly crashed because people were already side-eyeing her lifestyle, her choices, and her hygiene. Turning infections into makeup branding didn't look edgy, it looked unsettling, and folks weren't buying it. Then the timing got even worse because right in the middle of all this, her baby daddy came forward and started putting everything on blast. A leaked phone call dropped, and in the audio, he's confronting her straight up. No softness, no sugarcoating. He's accusing her of knowingly passing an infection to him. And the way he said it didn't sound surprised. It sounded like a man who's been dealing with madness and finally hit his limit. He basically said her fans needed to stop playing around because your favorite rapper, she burning. And if anyone messes with her, they're getting burned too. The timeline he explained made it sound like she was with another man right before he allegedly got infected, and everybody pointed the arrow straight at Boosie. Yeah, Boosie. Rumors about Sexy Red and Boosie first popped off in 2023 when she posted a picture in bed with a mystery man wearing an ankle monitor. She didn't tag him, didn't hint his name, nothing. Just captioned it, "I like acting with drillers, dreadhead killers." Instantly, the internet turned into detectives. Fans remembered Boosie had an ankle monitor at that time, and even though he doesn't have dreads, the rest of that driller description was way too close for comfort. That picture, the timing, the energy, it all matched just enough for people to start whispering non-stop. And when Boosie caught wind of the chatter, he hopped on Twitter instantly to shut everything down. He tweeted something like, "You tripping, that ain't my ankle, I'm on vacation with my daughter." And he sounded heated, like he wanted the rumors dead on arrival. But the way he reacted only raised more eyebrows because the denial came too strong, too fast, and too emotional. And if he thought that tweet cooled things off, it did the opposite. Fans got even more suspicious because right after that, Boosie randomly popped up on the set of Sexy Red and Glorilla's video for What For You Know About Me. And here's the plot twist. He wasn't on the song, not on the feature list, not even part of the rollout. So why show up for a shoot you're not involved in? Street Talk said it clear. Boosie and Sexy were allegedly messing around behind the scenes, and people swore the chemistry was showing. There's even a clip of Sexy Red hyping Boosie during one of his shows, and he's standing behind her grinning hard, giggling, cheesing like a grown man acting like he's back in high school. The vibe was off in a way that screamed there was more going on. So when her baby daddy claimed she gave him an STI right after she linked with Boosie, that's when people connected those dots like it was nothing. Then things went from messy to alarming, because insiders started talking about Sexy's condition being way more serious than anyone realized. Behind the scenes, people claim she began dealing with physical symptoms that couldn't be brushed off: major discomfort, strange smells, breakdowns, and even hospital runs. Her team allegedly scrambled to clean things up, canceling appearances, making excuses, and trying to cover everything before it blew up. But it was already too late. Rumors kept spreading, and people close to her said this wasn't just one infection, it was multiple STIs at once. Chlamydia, trick, and even herpes were all being mentioned. And insiders claimed the untreated infections might have led to something far worse: pelvic inflammatory disease, a serious condition that can cause long-term reproductive damage if ignored. Things were getting scary fast, and the blame game kicked in right after that. Instead of owning any of the chaos, Sexy allegedly started pointing fingers, and the man at the top of her list was Boosie. Insiders said she told people that if Boosie hadn't infected her in the first place, none of this would have spiraled. She allegedly claimed that whatever he gave her weakened her immune system, leaving her wide open for everything that followed. Basically, she was saying it all started with him, and everything after that just toppled like dominoes. But if you thought the Boosie chapter was messy, things exploded when Gucci Third Leg's name got thrown into the mix. Yes, that Gucci, the same man who's been accused of spreading herpes without warning like it's nothing. An OnlyFans performer named Date Davis publicly accused him, saying she tested positive for HSV-2 and it came from him, and she wasn't the only one. She claimed multiple women reached out saying the exact same thing, that they got infected after dealing with Gucci and that he never said a word. She even described seeing sores on him and said it destroyed her whole life. So when rumors started circulating that Sexy Red messed with Gucci right after the Boosie drama, that's when people truly started panicking, because the situation suddenly looked 10 times darker. Because if she was already dealing with one infection and then linked up with someone like Gucci, of course everything allegedly blew out of control. Now the whispers are turning into full-on health crisis alarms, with people saying she might be battling multiple untreated infections at the same time, possibly risking her fertility for good. This isn't just messy anymore. This is dangerous. And while Sexy keeps posting, laughing, and brushing everything off online, fans aren't buying the act. Her denial posts like "you believe anything on this app" are making things look even worse, because the details, the leaked calls, the timelines, they're all lining up too perfectly. Even the things she admitted on camera, like catching chlamydia twice, are being pulled up as receipts, making folks question if this situation might be more real than anyone expected. But instead of slowing down or switching up her image, she's doubling down like nothing is wrong, still leaning into the raw persona, still oversharing her love life, still avoiding accountability like it's optional. And if even half these rumors are true, then Sexy Red might be fighting way more than internet drama. She might be fighting for her health, her career, and her entire future in the spotlight. Because this isn't just a story about wild hookups anymore. This is starting to look like a public collapse happening in real time. And whether it's the men she picked, the lifestyle she pushed, or the brand she built herself, the Sexy Red spiral is looking way heavier than people imagined. So the question now isn't, did she catch something? The real question is, can she bounce back from this at all? Because once you go from the raw dog queen to a walking cautionary tale, the road back might not exist. But I want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.